Hello, folks, and welcome back to Mindustry. Last time we finally took care of Stronghold. My God, that was an experience. We're just going to jump back in there. You can see that I set this place up to at least be able to produce lots of stuff. We have all of the oxides going on down there. We're mining out all of the things we need to mine out. We have captured all of this stuff and built out all of the things for the most part. It's not all truly captured, like this area could do more. But I don't think we need that right now. At least I hope we don't. Oh, I forgot to build a core right there. And I forgot to get rid of some of this stuff. But for the most part, we've really captured this area and done the things. So what I want to do is I want to go into research and see what we have available to us. And we know we have a new sector. If we take a look down here, it is the Crevice or Crevice. I always say Crevice because it sounds fancier. Taking a look over here, the search conveyor, again, we haven't really needed it, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. We do have 21,000. Well, we might as well do it just because it's so cheap. Get a search router. Okay, great for us. Yay us. We have a reinforced vault that we can do now because we do have thorium, so we'll do that. We got that one unlocked. We have a large payload mass driver, which again, we have thorium now. We have a good bit of it. We have 22,000, so you can see that up on the top right. You can see that we are awaiting siege and more for siege, and we have to research carbide, and that's going to give us more stuff that we can do with this. So we have our constructor, we have a deconstructor, and something's going to happen from that. Off the chemical combustion chamber, we're waiting for something. We have to capture the Crevice or Crevice, and we need to get the carbide. This bad boy is a build tower. Automatically rebuild structures from... That sounds awesome. Heck yeah, we'll do that. And again, we need to get siege, which we don't have unlocked yet. Over here, we have search wall, which only costs 14 surge. Cool. And a big surge wall. Cool. And phase. We haven't got phase yet. I'm assuming carbide's going to be something with phase, but we'll see what that brings to us. We have our Titan over here. That sounds awesome. So we can unlock that. We don't have this one yet because, again, we need carbide and Crevice. Or Crevice. And then taking a look through the rest of this, we still have one unit that we need to go. I'm going to go with this one is going to be right here because these have all been gases or liquid and then turned into gas. These guys have all been solids minus this one, which for some reason tungsten goes out to this and that. That doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. So we need this to produce something and this to produce something. And then over here, what do we have? A prime refabricator upgrades input units to their third tier. Cool. Oh boy, what do we got? We got a precept. It fires clusters of piercing bullets at enemy targets. Banging. We got the antithesis. I'm not a good reader. I apologize. Fires long-range homing missiles at enemy targets and can step over most terrain. Cool. And then we have obviate. I'm dyslexic, so forgive me if I'm not a good reader. Fires twisted pairs of lightning orbs at energy targets. Lightning, you had me at lightning orbs. So we're good there. And then we have Crevice with which most definitely is going to be siege, but we'll see what that has. And over here, we still need to get siege and carbide. So I'm guessing, what's this one do? Carbide and siege. Okay. I'm guessing in Crevice, we're going to be able to unlock carbide, and then we're going to have to go, and that's going to also unlock siege for us, which we can go through and do. Maybe the final tier. I don't know. This table continues to grow and continues to provide surprises. So I'm really excited about that. I really dig the direction that we've gone with this. The only thing I want to do right now is I want to wait for this to build back up so we can potentially launch into our next sector. Well, I have to see, but I want to launch with full resources if I can. So I'm going to give it a second to do its thing and see if we can launch into an area with the full thing. And then I'll be back once I have all of the resources back up to full, which I don't know what our max capacity is here, but it's a lot because, max capacity is 26,000. So I'll be back once we get max capacity for graphite, tungsten, or thorium, beryllium, maybe tungsten, we'll see. And then oxide's definitely not happening right now, and silicon maybe will, but probably not. But I'm going to just fast forward, I'll build out some stuff and just wait some time to get all this back up to speed, and then I'll join you back here in a sec. All right, folks, we are back now. I got everything set up. You can see I'm still producing units because why the heck not? We actually maxed out here on our, whatchamacallit? Our tank fabricators, I forget what these are called. Our locust. We're doing good. We have option of up to 165 units, which we are making for whatever reason, because why not? One thing I just wanted to bring in here, I built a constructor just to see what it does. Basically, you feed stuff into it and it'll output not units, but buildings. So you can have it build up buildings. So like this, I can just fly over, pick it up, and I don't have to do anything with it. It's ready to go, and I can just drop it into place, and another one's ready to go pretty quickly. This is cool, like a cool idea. The problem is it just takes a long time to implement and do all the stuff. I should also mention that I am playing not version 8 or whatever the newest version is. I'm still in the old one because I want to complete this as it was when I started. So that's what I'm going to do. And then if there's been an update or any changes to any of this stuff, I'll come back and play it. But you can see we are maxing out all of the things minus our oxides and our surge because there's no slag here. So we can't do anything. But I have built out the rest of this area to do all of the things I needed to do. So now we can flip over to the Crevice. It's a high threat area. Let's go ahead and take a look. The enemy will send fierce attack forces to take out your base in this sector. Developing carbide. There we go. And the pyrolysis generator may be imperative for survival. Let's launch in and see what we got, because this sounds like it's going to be a hot mess, and I don't think I'm going to do well here, but we'll see what we got. All right, there it is. Oh wow, we got lots going on over there. Holy goodness. Okay, I'm going to pause the game real fast because I got to see what we have, what we don't have, and all the things in between. So first off, we're going to take a look at the tech sector and see if we have anything there. We know we have carbide stuff that we need to deal with. Looks like we have one thing that's new, and it's a carbide crucible. It fuses graphite and tungsten into carbide. Requires heat. Okay, that sounds cool. I don't know how much heat. Let's find out how much heat. Hopefully it's only like 5. Nope, 10. That's a lot. Doesn't use a ton of tungsten, uses a little bit more graphite, but nothing crazy, but produces carbide really, really slow. The maximum efficiency is 400%. I don't know how to increase efficiency here. It's not like we have an overdrive projector or whatever thing is that gives you an increase. If I was right there, awesome. If not, okay. But we have all that stuff. And there's something else we needed to look at doing here, but I don't remember what it was already. So we'll figure out what exactly we have going on here. Very quickly, but that's what we got. Doesn't look like there's anything else new. We're here. We still have to capture this sector. We have to do siege and carbide. I'm assuming carbide's over here, but we'll find out, I guess. And we don't have surge because we don't, or phase because we don't know what phase is yet as far as this planet is concerned. Over here, we have another sector. So cursed or cast. And then we have siege. Okay, so we know we have at a minimum 2 more sectors that we have not discovered that we need to work on to do lots of things. All right, let's go back here and see what exactly we need to do and how we need to do it. All right, so we have oxidation chamber, which is producing heat, correct? Oxidation chambers produce heat, or do they consume heat? I forget. They output heat. Okay, so we have heat there. Great. We have a constructor. Ooh, that's a good idea. You could do the constructor. It's going to input those items directly into that, and it's going to send it somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere is, but that's a cool idea. This is one of the cool things about this this particular planet is it's a totally different way of thinking, and I don't know how to think about it. We have another one, and we have a deconstructor. Oh my. Okay. So that's a great idea. This guy's going to go ahead and construct beryllium, which takes 24. We'll load it into this because we can't just make this get over there. It's going to shoot over here. It's going to deconstruct those smaller pieces and then put them into the core. That's fantastic. What a cool idea. Oh man, I'm so excited about this sector. I'm also absolutely terrified about what we have coming and what we need to do. We have somehow 46 waves that we need to deal with. So we're going to set up some very basic defenses here. I think is going to be our first step. And then once we have those things set up, maybe we'll figure out what the heck we're doing beyond that. This is also expanding, which is great, but I'm not looking forward to the pain that's coming our way here. I just don't know how to approach some of these sectors. And I think that's my problem is it's just, I'm not good at this yet. And I don't know how to get better at it quite yet. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem. I should put on a container here And then I should put on the unloader thingamajigger here. Although it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. It just doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, I have to do it. Because I already put it in place. Where's that? Duct unloader. Okay, we can't do it because we don't have enough graphite. Awesome. Let's go mine some graphite real fast. Now we have our duct unloader. Not that. I don't like how similar they are looking, but that's a me problem, not a game problem. All right, so we're going through there. That's all well and good. We don't have a lot of... How much power do we have? Not a lot, and we don't have a way of really getting any more power right now. Do we have silicon? Yeah, we have silicon. Okay. So we know we can at least produce basic units, which is, I guess, what we're going to do next. So I want to go to ship fabricator because they're at least able to fly around. And then we'll figure out next steps from there. Just real quick. I always forget what it just requires. Graphite and silicon. Okay. We can do those things. All right. So I'm going to put that there. This is going to come up and over into there like so. And then I'm going to send a duct router like that and put that into there. I just want to explore and see what we have as far as what we can do here. And I guess we should provide some power. Power-wise, we're bungeeing back and forth. Looks like there's some tungsten up, or thorium, excuse me. We have tons of beryllium, which is a really good problem to have. But I need to do a better job of figuring out ways to get it right now, because we just don't have power right now, which is my biggest concern. I also really need to protect this area, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I have enough units or stuff to build that. I'm hoping. What are we lacking here? What do we not have? We don't have graphite. Awesome. Luckily, we're not far from graphite, so I can mine it and help us out here real fast. So we'll do that and see what we have. I am not feeling confident at all right now. This is very different. Again, as we go through this, it's just it's a little... I don't want to say the word off-putting, but it's just so different than what the last game was or the last planet was, of how we approach these problems and how we try to go solving them. I just don't know how to do all of the things that I want to do. All right, so we at least have power there. That's good because we need power. There's more power there. We have thorium galore. All right, we got more power. We have slag. Heck yeah. Let's go exploring here. I don't want to go too far out. Got more tungsten. Okay, good. Lots of power out here. But I need to figure out where the bad guys are coming from. That's my number one concern right now because I don't know. And if we can have at least a little protected area where I can bottle them up, that'll make life a whole lot easier for us. Okay. So there's power up there. And I don't know if I should be building right now or if I should be exploring or what I should actually be focused on right now. But I feel like I need to get something out here established. All right, so we got more power, more graphite. Okay. That's all going to go down there. Cool. All right. So we know we have a big area there we need to do something with. There's a lot of power to be had there, which hopefully is going to allow us to build some better defenses. Okay, so that area is donezo. So if we bottle this area up here up, we don't have a choice. We have to do it. The problem is that we don't have that much stuff right now. So I need to build some power options here. So we're going to go closer to our core here. We'll build out some simple power. All right, that's better. We got all of that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. All right, I'm cool with that. Should I go exploring or should I look for more, or should I start mining more graphite is the question. There's tons of power to be had. And it looks like we can bottle up these 2 spots. And at least if they're not throwing Air Force at us, which they absolutely will throw Air Force at us, but at a minimum, we can bottle up those areas. But before we can do any of that stuff, we need like Graphite City. So that's going to be my focus. I'm going to pause the game here real fast while we go through and try to build said Graphite City, because it's going to be a real challenge for us to move forward if we don't have the resources that we need. So let's go ahead and get that stuff established. Bam, bam, bam. Boop, 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 boop. All right, that should help us out. And at least being able to build defenses and do all the things that I want to do, which is just win. All right. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Hey. All right. Power-wise, we're okay. It's not the best, but we don't need to be the best. We just need to be defensive right now. All right. So we have a couple options. If we go over into our area here, we have a Titan, which requires way more of our thorium, but it's going to do lots of damage to that area, and we can enhance it with water. Okay, cool. It also has some knockback stuff. If we also take a look, it has some massive range, and we do have thorium options somewhere. I thought I saw, yeah, right over here we have thorium options. So we can easily change this over to water. We have really good power options eventually here. We just need to get over it, but I don't know where to start yet. I think, do I build out my power infrastructure or do I start building up defenses? I don't know. Let's build some of this stuff while we're trying to figure out what the heck we're doing here. All right, so we'll do that. That's going to go there. You guys are going to come across and go into there, and we can at least hopefully accelerate some of this. All right, build. All right, so that should come along a little more quickly because actually we're slightly we know historically we've had more beryllium, but we're only just barely ahead with that. So we need to get that going. And then what we really need to have is some power. But to do that, I really want to make sure that we have defenses set up for said power. So I'm going to build some stuff up here that I'm hoping will protect that idea. And we'll see how this works out. Who knows? I'm not feeling confident. Let's go with that. All right, but we at least have this guy's covering that guy, which is covering that. Okay. We're down on graphite, but we are producing lots of graphite, so it's just a matter of time till we get it. Now we have 2 enemies coming our way. We don't even have a little arrow pointing where they're at in this one. Let's go exploring and see where they're coming from. So I'm going to send this guy all the way up here. I'm just trying to let some units or some resources reset here and get built up while we go exploring and seeing where they're coming from. Because if we can build a really core, solid foundation and then start building out, we're going to be in okay shape, I think. The problem becomes when we get stuck with what we have here. So it looks like there's going to be another path up this way, which they may or may not be trying to exploit. I don't like when we have another hidden pathway that dips down this way that I didn't really account for. Hoping that it's not a big deal. Okay, it's a dead end. Yeah, we're gonna go, what is that? That's a new ground area. Okay, I can't explore that way, which means there's we have problems that way. That's generally what that means in this game, is that there's an unexplored area. Oh, our core's under attack. Awesome. So we're going to pause real fast. We're going to move on down. You guys, go attack them. What are you doing? I just need you exploring a little bit. There, the core is no longer under attack, and it shouldn't be for a little while anyway, because we have defenses set up there. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like we know where they're coming from at this point. Unless I missed something massive. Let's go to the map here real fast. Oh, there we go. It's already identified for us. Okay. So really, if we bottle up these two spots, or we bottle up this opening there, we lock ourselves out of ground-based things. The problem is the upper tier air units can just fly over and wallop us, but we can at least eliminate some of those problems. All right, so that's a start for us. Let's figure out where we're going next from there. So that's going to go there. You guys are all joining there. Okay, fantastic. So this is doing well. We actually need to have more of those. We have 3 enemies inbound now. I kind of want to wait near the core and just see where they're coming from, just so I have an idea of where I need to potentially build or think about building. And then we can kind of address the problems we have. But they're coming. Like, it's another wave coming in a minute and 30 seconds. Like, it's bam, bam, it's going. So we need to kind of knuckle down here and figure out what the heck we're doing, because I'm not feeling comfortable, not feeling thrilled about what we have. And you can see our power's already back down. Like, it's kind of sucks, but we don't have good power right now. So what I really want to have is a chemical combustion chamber, because it produces a ton of power. But we need ozone and the acrylite to do that. So I'm going to put that right there. That means that I can get this bad boy right there, and I can pipe in that. All right, that's going to be step 1. It's not going to do anything for us quite yet, but it will. After we've done that, we need to get the electrolyzer. We have hydrogen and ozone that come out of that, and those are going to go into tanks. So it's going to go into 1, 2, and we need to get water in there, which we'll take care of in a second. Not a big deal. We have 34,000 units saved up of this stuff, so we'll be okay, I think. That we're going to put right to there. Fantastic. And then I think we're going to go with this guy up here. We're going to deconstruct that, and we're going to build a vent condenser. All right. Got that going. That's going to come over there, down. All right. This one's producing hydrogen. This one's producing ozone. I should have built this the other way. Maybe I will. Because I need the ozone to go into this, and I need the hydrogen to go into that. I built this backwards. So the blue needs to go to the left. All right, let me fix that real fast. And then once we have that, this is going to go right into there, and this guy is going to snake down into there. And what do we not have? What did I not do? Did I screw something up? I screwed something up right there, didn't I? Our core is under attack. What do you mean the core is under attack? What did I do wrong here? Hydrogen is going into there. Acrylite's going in, okay. Ozone's there. Let me just get rid of this so that I can try it again. We have ozone going in, okay. That's what I want. Bam. Bam. There we go. I don't know why that didn't go. All right. So that gives us a lot more power for a temporary solution here. Now we can start maybe trying to figure out what the heck we're doing here. I want to replicate that over on this side, I think, so that we can hopefully generate more here. So I'm going to just rotate it around and try to get that going again there. So I can get rid of that now because we have plenty of that stuff. We'll pipe that straight down into there. Fantastic. Power-wise, we're holding steady a little bit. Why are we negative so much? That should be outputting 600. What does this thing take as the electrolyzer? It is using up only 60, and the vent thing is using up another 30, so 90. So it's like not a huge percentage of it. Hydrogen, so hydrogen, fantastic. It's gonna come out, down, in. Awesome. And we need... Nope, that's not going in there. My bad. That's not where it's supposed to go. I am not doing good right now. Okay. So that's going to come straight into there. This is going to come straight over and go into there. And then we'll slap that into there. There we go. Okay. Now we're way up on power. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. You guys just need to be concentrated on what we're doing here. All right. So the core is no longer under attack, but we are consistently under attack here. So we need to start doing something about that. We have a few options available to us. Not great options, but options nonetheless. Where my brain's leaning right now is I want to go and start building some of these Titans and just start wrecking house. That's where I want to be. We haven't built any yet. I think they're going to be cool. I don't know what they do, but we'll find out. We have the disperses, which use tungsten, which I haven't really seen too much. I mean, it's over there, but it's not too much of it. And then we have the Aphex or Afflix, which do lots of damage. They use tons of power, but they look really cool, and they use a decent amount of stuff. We have the power for it right now. It uses 300 power just by itself, and it still needs, on top of that, 10 units of heat. So that's a ton of power to use up for something like that, but it could be worth it. The problem is that they're probably going to come either down this way and bother us or fly in that way and bother us. So I'd like to eliminate both of those contentions and move this battle up to this area if we could. If we can do that, I think we have a much better chance. So to start that off, I'm just going to try to wall off this area. It's not designed to be like a good permanent wall or anything like that. It's just going to be something that hopefully will be a relief valve for us as we move through the game here. And again, I could use those deconstructors or constructors to build these things up. But I think it's super cool that we can just, load them up into a block and fire them across. That's super neat. I like that a lot. All right. So we have that. At least this area is bottled up for now. And we could potentially station a couple of these units up there just to be things. I don't think that's a great idea, but it's an idea. So we're going to go with it. The next thing we need to do is we need to be concerned with how we're going to mine tungsten, because tungsten is going to be the next thing that we're really going to need. We have the option of the eruption drill, but we just don't have the stuff to do it with right now. So an impact drill, we can't use for that. So how do we get tungsten, thorium, to do this? We need to look for it in the walls. And that's what we're going to have to investigate a little bit right now, is how to do that. Because we can't find that resource. My plan kind of sucks. So let's try to see what we can do here. I'm not seeing anything off the top or with my eyeballs right now. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of graphite. So I think that's going to be our primary focus here is graphite-based defenses, because I don't see any tungsten or, good God, thorium in the walls. Oh, but look what I see. I open my mouth and words come out, but sometimes they don't make sense. So I do have that. So we can use the large plasma bore and start getting those things out. Now, the large plasma bore it's heavy. It requires power. It also requires hydrogen. To get hydrogen, we need to go back over here, and we need to go to the atmospheric condenser, which produces hydrogen. To do that, we need heat. To do heat, we need to either have the heat here. Oh no, we have. Okay. So we have slag. We can pump that out. We can dump it over here, and then we can go to the slag heater. The slag heater produces tons of heat. Okay. I'm getting the ideas of a plan here. So, to get slag, we need to get a pump. I'm going to place it there for now, just because. Once we have that, that can go over into a slag heater. Like so. No. It's going to go to a pipeline. That pipeline is going to be responsible for a lot of work here. Can we build these like over that? I got to find a spot where I can get this over to that. Come on, baby. Nope. Nope, I can't do it. That sucks. Okay, can I get it there? Nope. I can get it up here though. Okay. What I'm looking for right now is a way to get, because we need, well, let's go build this real fast. But basically, we need hydrogen to go into that. And can I build right there? Yeah, I can. Okay. But I need water to get hydrogen. So I'm going to get rid of this for now. Go back here. This is going to go down and over into there. Cool. Then we're going to go to our electrolyzer. We need hydrogen. So that's, wrong button there. Wrong button there. Go over here and up like so. All right. I'm going to get rid of that for just a hot second. Let's come over there. All right. We survived that round because it wasn't too big a deal. And then we need to get this large plasma bore established. That's going to exist right there. I'm going to get rid of this for just a hot second. This thing requires heat, or no, God help us. It requires nitrogen and hydrogen. Hydrogen, we're just over here we have, so I can get a little spot set up like so. All right, that should collect that. We're going to take that. We're going to dump that into there like so. And we also need nitrogen. Nitrogen uses the atmospheric thingy. And the atmospheric thingy needs heat. So we can do that. That's going to dump straight into there. And then we need to go over to our slag heater. It's going to go, nope. Slag heater. We need all of that going into there. Bam, bam. Come on, please have enough materials to do all this. Yes, okay. We have all of that set up now. Why are you saying you don't have things? I built those offline. Bam. Bam. Okay. And then that can come down. And our core is over here. All right. Now we have at least thorium going into our core. hate these guys. Core continues to be under attack. Okay. We survived that. All right, now I hopefully have enough, or I will have enough to build a Titan, which I can put over here to protect that area. The reason why I'm choosing to do that and not our breaches is, I don't know. I don't have a good reason. It's just, it seems like a lot. That's my reason. I probably should build some more breaches like up here. So maybe I'll spend some time to do that real fast. And hopefully just strengthen this area in particular, because we're getting wrecked. Absolutely wrecked in there. So we have our overflow. Take that there. Take this and pull up, over, and up into there. Heal you up. Okay, and then we do have stuff that we can mend things with. Like we have the regen projector, which only requires a little bit of hydrogen. Like it's not a big deal, but ooh, we might want to do that. We have ozone here, hydrogen there. Okay, we definitely need to do that. So once we get more silicon, we'll put that like right there. Nope. Right there. Then we just need some very simple power, and we're still living on the plus side of power, but we're healing our core, which is what I want to do right now. Hopefully we have some units that can help out here. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm much less worried now that we have that protected, but we still have big problems, like big problems. All right, so that needs to get built up here, I guess. And please have enough units or resources. Yes, there we go. Okay, we're gonna build some walls out here to hopefully insulate some of these things. God help us. And we're getting closer here where we can afford stuff. It's just that we don't have silicon. That's our biggest problem right now, is a genuine lack of silicon. And there's no, so far there's been no real importing of those things to other places or doing anything else with them. Even if I wanted to use a repair turret, we need silicon for that. And we have the ability, like we have stuff that we can do that with. We just haven't been able to utilize that yet. So we're gonna hopefully dig for some more of this. It's just, oh my gosh, trying to find the right spot to be able to use this stuff is brutal. So these are our cliff crushers, and where they can be used, nobody really knows. It's okay, it's just, it's a mystery of the world. All right, so these areas here, we're gonna extend out by one and put that in. So we can get another one there. Because what we're waiting on consistently is sand. I'm very, very disenfranchised right now. I'm just not feeling good about what we have right now. I don't feel like we're going to be successful here. Especially as they continue to ramp up their attacks. And like we are slowly, ever so slowly, using up our units here. Come on, fly over there and attack them. What are we doing? Our core is still surviving, but it's only a matter of time before we get toasted there. So and I need to, it's not like a 1 right now. We need to build better things. I just can't right now. Which is, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, we do have tungsten there. Okay, that's nice, but not really doing much for us. All right, so I'm going to put in, if I can, a reinforced vault right there, and then we'll put on duct unloader right there. Because what I really want to do in this sector is be able to make surge. That's going to be something we need to do. It's not an optional fun activity. It's something we need to do. I'm convinced that we need to do that. How we do that, I don't really know yet. Well, I know the how. I don't know how we survive this. We're on wave 8 of 46. We in no way are coming close right now to doing the job that we need to do to win this. But we do have a Titan available to us now. So do I build this right now? It covers a vast, large area, so I'm going to try it. We'll have a duct router, and for this first variant, we're just going to have it dump straight into there. We're going to build on more stuff to support this later, but we can't do much with it right now. Just need to see the Titan. Oh, its input is hydrogen. Okay. That's not as bad. So we're going to armor this area up as well. Lock that out. Oh, and you need... Reading is good, kids. We need to go in here and also, you know, provide it some actual ammo. Let's do that now. It has massive range. Holy crap. Yeah, they're going to get stuck up there a little bit. All right, that's cool. Why are we not doing anything? Why have we stopped? You don't have power. What do we need? Oh, we just need to build some power there. We need to build that out there. Cool. All right. You need a container. And then we need the unloader. Jobby doobie. Bam, bam. It's like the right thing, right? Good. All right. We have a start. It's, again, it's not pretty. There's nothing beautiful happening right now, but it is happening. We'll armor this area up. And they're going to start coming down this way. Which I guess is okay. I don't really know. All right, we at least have a start here. Again, I don't know how to freaking approach this level. It's so strange and foreign and different to me. There's lots of bad guys. And lots of bad guys are hurting us and doing bad things to us. So there's 16. We still have 14 more and another minute 20 until the next round comes, which just sucks. But we do have this option here coming up. Which we just need to be able to use that. We can put in a little bit of hydrogen and we should be able to up our production of this significantly. So I'm going to put that in there. We have hydrogen going into this. So I'm going to put a little pop up. All right, we got that. Cool. Throw that into that line of stuff. That should help out a bunch because this thing's just going to pop out a whole bunch more. This bad boy's loaded up and ready to roll. Okay, we got that going. I would like to put on a unit repair tower, which just requires some ozone. We have ozone collecting over here. Okay, so I'm going to put on a router, jobby doobie right there. And then I can put on a unit repair tower. And that should take care of our units there so they can at least get healed up. All right. That's where we're at right now. We have a whole lot more we need to do. I just don't know how to approach the problems that we're facing. We know that this area is okay. They keep coming down this way. What I'd really like to do is mar up this area. This is the narrowest opening right there between us and them. If we can kind of booger that area up, we'll be in good shape. So what I'm thinking here is that we have a power source, we have some water source. We can generate a lot of power here, which will allow us to mine out this area potentially, build a wall there, and then we can put on a whole bunch of diffuses and go to town. Why did they go back there? But they can do graphite. They have a lot of knockback damage. Like, they can do a lot of stuff. I also don't know what they're throwing at us as far as upcoming units and all that. And we're also down on power. We're not actually making power right now. So the first thing we need to do, not that, we need to get some turbines in here and produce some power for ourselves. And once we have that part set up, maybe, just maybe, we'll start planning out some things. All right, we got that area. Set and ready to roll. Cool. We're going to go with little guys because this area is going to get attacked. So I'd rather just make easy to replace stuff as opposed to harder to replace things. But now we're on the plus side of power. We should hopefully be able to build that up, hopefully significantly. And yeah, we'll go from there. We got lots of hydrogen going. I could put another one right here. I think I'm going to do that. It's not my best idea, but it's also not my worst. So take that as you may. We're going to go in and just try to make this area do something more. No, I don't want that there. I want that back here. And the silicon's our big problem right now. We just don't have it. I really am missing our importers and all that stuff here. All right, we have a little time here, I think, before our next round. Hopefully we'll be in better shape here. And then we'll figure out what the heck we're doing next. Because I just don't know. Come on, we don't need much more. We don't need much more. Do it, do it, do it. All right, there we go. Okay. Feeling better about that. That guy is not covered under our defensive realm there, so I'm gonna just try to brick up some of these areas to just be slightly more defensive. Okay, we're doing a good job with that stuff. Like, not a big deal. Oh, we need to... Oh, no. Okay. I thought we had a destroyed area there, but we're okay. All right. So, oh, that one's covered. Okay. That's covering all but that guy, which is fine. Do I want to try to throw water onto these? We have the ability. It's not like it's too hard. Before we do anything, though, let me fix this guy up. He's hurting. All right, so we're going to do that and that. Now we probably have enough water coming out of that, honestly, that we could take it from there. We'll do that one there. And so now that one has water. We're going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to pause real fast, even though we're under attack. I'm not paying attention to that part right now. Just paying attention to these guys. Just hopefully wrecking house. Look at them move. Like, look at the movements on them. It's fun. All right. I think I'm going to call it a day for right now. I'm going to come back to this later. We're about a quarter of the way through this one. But to be honest, I'm tired of thinking, and I don't know what my next move is here. So I want to regroup a little bit and come back. What my plan is, let me explain where I'm going with my brain here. Join me for that ride. My idea here is we can brick this area up and hopefully be able to knock that out. We can hopefully, there's tons of graphite around here. We can set up just diffuses all day. The problem is we need silicon. So I need to find a place where, oh, there's lots of places along here where I can get sand. There's power and graphite. So I can set up hopefully a good silicon production facility there, send some of that south, way south into our core. And then if I can do that, I'll be in much better shape. We have another graphite facility here, and we have that there. I want to keep playing because I found that, but I know I'm tired, and I know that this is a plan that needs to wait for another episode. But folks, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time, and hopefully I'll not make a fool of myself. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.